the social order. The social order, I see it as the greatest tool that is dragging people downwards. The social order makes the unaware souls, let me use the word unaware souls, to rise up to the occasion. The social order makes a lot of unaware souls not to wake up to the reality of the times. So I don't know whether there's I would request, give us a write-up on social order. We have been talking of the rep system. We know what is the rep system, but people do not understand that the social order is the most killer, is the most thing that drags them down. And we have been talking of the influence. Let me see the relationship between that influence and the social order, because where I come from, this social order is the main thing that people call it accept than to listen to what is the actual thing of life.
Okay, so go ahead. Go ahead.
So you see that we most of us are coming from Christian family. When I look at the 10 commandments, the 10 commandments tells you from the beginning to the end is about social order. If you don't do this, you will not get this. You don't do it, you will not get this. So let us have an understanding of the social order in relation to all these doctrines and dogmas that we have in our religious homes.
Okay. Yes, thank you. Go ahead. Thank you for asking. Yes, thank you so much. And this is very important. And so again, as the books have been written, and there's more, okay, so again, it's not about the written word. It is, but it isn't. Again, it's a reference. So what I've laid out there, talking about the rep system, what's going on with the social order, even the chemtrails and what have you, okay, what we're doing is we're simply making the public, the unaware, become aware, of what is taking place. That's the whole idea. It's not saying that the social orders are bad, or they're this or that, or they should be eliminated. No, it's not saying that at all. It's not negating anything. So here's the idea. With everything that's already in play, everything that's created, okay, just take it all on, just on this world here, okay? We don't need to go into the galaxy. We'll get there later. All right, so just on this world, where I start from every moment is that it's all okay. Okay, you just simply agree. It's all okay. And now from there, I decide, okay, I look at this or this. What am I going to do? What am I seeing now? It's not what I'm thinking. That's not it. Because just like my computer, I'm not talking to my computer and asking the computer, what do I do? That's like asking your mind. It's the same thing. But I look at what I'm seeing and what comes in. But things are coming in all the time. I see them, and I know what to do from moment to moment to moment to moment. I just go along with it and see where it goes. Doesn't mean that it's going to create a great accomplishment, but maybe that's just for that moment or what have you. So again, what this does, if you notice what I'm saying here is that when you just come into this nowness right now, you just be now. You let the past go, you let the future go, you let all that's in the present, just let it be. And just agree with it. Okay? It's all okay. And start from there, start a new position and decide something. You'll see how it works. So it's like the old saying, let sleeping dogs lie. Okay, so the thing is, yes, we are letting the world know. I've explained these things, but it's not about negating anything. That becomes the difference. The marketing ploy of the system is that, oh, we're good, we're God, we're religious, we're spiritual, and the devil and everything else, the influence, whatever, is bad. So you are to resist it. And so again, or you're to do something, or you're to petition, or you're to pray for protection or whatever. Again, once you recognize the isness of life, the actual activity of providing a real benefit where you're at right now makes sense, and that's how life backs you, and actually you create your own protection. That's how you do it. But you don't do it by hemming and hawing and doing nothing and simply agreeing to where, oh, gee, I don't like this, I don't like that over there, the air is polluted, whatever. Yeah, I don't like it either. But again, I'm not going to follow my likes and dislikes. I don't even do likes on Facebook, hardly at all. Maybe once in a while. Maybe if some Kelsey does or Chris, whatever, once in a while. But other than that, no, it's not about that. It's about doing something that makes sense and starting a new position. This is the fun part, just like when we were kids. And so, yes, this is what you're doing, Ibiok. And so, yes, we see the social systems. We see the restrictions they create. And you know what? I'm fine with it. And I don't care how many restrictions they create. I don't care what they do to the place. Because, again, I'm not into controlling what others are deciding, but I am into deciding what I see as a real benefit for everyone, you see? So I don't need to react to the system, but I've gained the knowledge to be able to see the systems. That becomes the difference. Not here to do away with anything, but it's all about agreement. So it's like the chemtrail pilots, etc., in the planes. Not to blowing up the planes, that's just going to make a mess. But I will see and take on the challenge to see if the individual flying the plane creates something to get his attention, to see if he'll make a decision that benefits everybody. That becomes the difference. So yes, it is a real challenge to bring this out. You want to see it that way, as opposed to taking on resistance of things. That's not the idea. We're not here to resist. We're not here to make it more complicated. But again, people are going to misunderstand. You got to be ready for that too. And so when people throw the ideas at me, oh, you're this, Duane, you criticize everything, you say this, you put people down, you attack, whatever. Hey, you know what? Bring it on. I love to hear it simply because I'm ready for it and I'm fine with it. And, I'm providing the best understanding I can, but if they don't understand, I cannot understand for them. So you see it from many sides instead of just your personal side. It's like, oh, they said something about what I said. Gee, I'm here. I'm trying to do something wonderful, and they don't like me. Forget all that. Okay, just be ready and be okay with everything, and then guess what? Everything's okay. So again, the knowledge is provided, the reference is provided. That's what it is. It's a reference so you can see what's going on, and you're even going to see more than what I'm referring to because it's constantly being added to. There are constantly people stepping up and doing videos and things, etc. And this is what we're passing around to so that we can be aware and better adjust here because, again, each one of us, it's so easy to be sucked into this reality to where people just, for the most part, they'll take a little bit of the knowledge here and then they'll go back to their personal life and feel happy for a few moments. But again, hey, there's always change here. And the bad boys, they're not stopping. They're going to keep going till it's all destroyed. That's a given. So if you think you got time here to just chew potato chips and watch movies every Friday night, good luck. Because again, there's a bigger picture. There's always a bigger picture. But again, young man, you're doing it. So yes, thank you for stepping up and sharing. Go ahead.
The only other set of people that can understand us here mainly are those in the corporation. They are afraid to come out of that group. That is the major thing. But we don't have to wait for them. We still have to keep on moving on. So with time, those who are ready will wake up with us, as we're having now. Yes.
So, you can tell them jokingly that you don't have to be afraid of Joni and Harry anymore. It's okay. We're here for you. Yes. They don't have to be afraid of anymore. They don't have to be afraid anymore. So it's really Joni and Harry that's scaring them, not us. Yeah, we're real.
Yeah, you've hit the nail on the head, Duane. All those restrictions in the Sharia, threaten what will happen should somebody leave the master. He will suffer in the astral hells until the master shall take pity on him again and reinstate him. It's very scary. Very, very.
Well, what Paul wrote is like the old cookbooks. Okay, so that is, you might say, a law unto itself in almost every household, and that is that there's the mom, and there's the kid maybe trying to do something or help the mom, and it spills it all over the floor. And there's the mom reprimanding him, saying, "Oh, I told you not to do that, whatever. Well, you're going to get a spanking from that." And so again, this is from the babysitter days. All these things that we see, the do's and don'ts, and this will happen and whatever. And again, yes, we went through that. But at a certain point, we got past it, and we stepped up, and we handled it. So, yeah, and that's really what it is. It's like the old cookbook, and it's like, well, you make things this way, and etc. But today, there's a lot more to it. And so, again, have fun with that. Let them know that, they don't have to be afraid anymore, that, again, that of Joni and Harry, because we're here for them, and we're a lot more fun.
Yeah, Ibiok, how many new friends altogether are in Port Harcourt area?
I can be sure of 5 now. 5 new friends now in Port Harcourt. Mm-hmm. But it's like I will be leaving Port Harcourt City to another state, Akwa Ibom, by January. So I'm trying to be sure that I set up something here that if anybody needs my attention, needs our attention, we can always reach them immediately. So I'm even happy because it will help me to push the presentation towards Akwa Ibom, that's another state from River State, by next year. So since I will be resident there, it will help me to really do something real there. But that side is about my area too. I'm from that side. So
I see.
Let us see what will happen between now and January.
Yeah, and are you in touch with the lady in Wari?
Wari, yes. I sent her the brochures and the books. She was happy receiving them. I needed to give her some time because she confided in me that since her husband is a higher initiative in the corporation and went for this worldwide of egg in the United States, she doesn't want to be, in short, she has her own style. Everybody has his or her own style of embracing the new presentation. So I needed to give her some time. Let her create her friends circle there. Then as you have remembered me now, I will be sure that I will call her tomorrow in the afternoon to find out how she has been enjoying reading the book, and if there are any interested person that is ready to follow her. Her own question was, who is the main man in the new presentation? Like what we have in the corporation. We used to ask her, like what we have in the corporation is the Mahanta Limited Master or Wazi and so on and so forth. So I've been explaining a lot of things to her. That was why I sent her those books and the brochures. I will interact with her again, then I'll come back to you by next weekend.
Okay. Is there any activity that just we can call it just a publicity stunt, in Port Harcourt, where we could do some public activity?
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes. I'm coming. I have a new friend that is very, very enthusiastic. Now, the problem is that this season is the season that people are moving out of town. We are planning something towards January. Let us see when people are coming back. Then we will have a good interaction with people. So we are getting up towards them, because if we will do anything now, people are not listening to you. Their mind is to get out of town and go for their interior villages for their Christmas celebration. So
Christmas
and because of my movement, I've been traveling to and fro. So let me see what will happen in January.
Yeah, because if there was some activity where maybe you go out, you parade the place in some caps and T-shirts, and you do something for people to see, and from there questions will yeah, because we envisage to, with time, we could get some from China here. We could do some good T-shirts, caps, like just, I don't know whether they can be done in Nigeria, just like what Mariam is doing.
All those things could be done in Nigeria. If they could be done in Nigeria, what we wanted, what we intended to do is to, first of all, get a kind of radio announcement, because without radio, people will not listen to you here. People are so enthusiastic about radio announcements. So we will come on the radio and announce that we are meeting somewhere. Then it's going to create a very massive awareness. Even if we can interact with 10 people, which we are sure of 5, from 5 to 10 to 20, or whatever number that will come, we can move from there onwards. So the idea of having those T-shirt, caps are okay. So we will incorporate.
Yeah, okay, like what you are saying now, you say people listen to the radio more often, maybe because of their busy nature. What about you doing a radio interview?
That is what I am planning. So the radio is very, very effective here. Radio is effective. So we are getting towards that. Let us see what will happen when they come back from Christmas celebrations. We have to have a kind of radio talk show, even if it's 10 to 15 minutes, it will be okay for us.
Okay, what about what I sent to you? You gave me some price quotations for the radio show, and we have a blog talk radio shows, Chris and Duane. So what about setting up one of those?
Yes, if that would be okay, we can set up something. But what I was thinking is this: we should have a kind of radio jingle. I was now that this has come up, I was thinking of sending a request to Kelsey. Let her produce a kind of radio jingle that would not take so much time. Something in the region of 5 to 10 minutes. So I give to radio stations and they play it. If somebody is there after the jingle, then somebody can now be ready to answer some questions from interested callers. How do you see that one?
No, who would be now standby, you know? Because if Kelsey has to do it, or Chris, then it will go down. I don't know. You see, it's something that you can do locally. That's, you are there at the radio station if there's an alternative. You are there at the radio station for 5 to 10 minutes. 5 to 10 minutes, then you say something. You do your short presentation, and then people call in and you answer the questions within the time allotted. You know, while I was back in Cameroon, I sponsored some of such radio shows, and people gave talks and all the like. Yeah, but while that is in the works, Ibiok, what about the blog talk radio shows? If it runs for about maybe, I'm not sure that it can run for 1 hour. How much does it cost to run that for an hour?
Okay, I will find out. I'll find out from 1 or 2 radio stations how much it could cost. It could cost to run the blog talk radio show for 1 hour. That means that Duane has to come on now so that people ask him questions.
No.
Prepare that.
No, you just put it. It is there, just running. You know, it has already been recorded, and then the radio station just plays it. You understand?
Okay, that would be okay.
Yes,
that would be okay. What I will do is to find out the cost, and I will let you know.
Yeah. For about 1 hour. 1 hour should be the maximum, I think.
Yes. Okay. I'll find out the cost.
Ibiok, yes, see what it'll be, and I would rather do a new one with you or Charles or whatever. It would be good if you could get on there, Charles, too. We set it up on a Skype to get onto the African radio show, either an interview or do one on the African show, which would be cool. So either way, let's see. Yeah, I would rather do a newer one and update things. Always. Yeah,
Okay.
that is good. But I think what has already been done with Chris and you, in fact, is rather broad-based. You know, they touch on many things and it's very enlightening. You know, rather than just do one focused on Africa. So that is why, even though we can consider this this option, the first one should run. In fact, we just need to know the costs and sponsor it.
Okay. Well, whatever you want to do, it's fine. You know that. And so, again, I would like to, it would be fun to, if Ibiok could set up an interview anytime at all. It doesn't matter what time it is, Ibiok, whatever the show is, a live interview, what have you, people on there. That would be great if you set that up over there.
Mm-hmm.
That would be fine. Let's just work towards that early next year. Thank you.
Okay.